Virtual Vanguard Productions. Welcome to Cooking in the Dark, connecting communities through yummy food. Well, I'm blind and often am cooking in the dark. Most folks I know cook in the dark because they don't know where their food comes from. This show is dedicated to shedding light on the people and the places where our food is produced, right here in Colorado. We're going to change the way you think about food, one bite at a time. Welcome to Cooking in the Dark, and we're at the same cafe located on Colfax Avenue in Denver, Colorado, the longest street in America. And we're here to visit with my friends Brad and Libby Birky. And they kind of came up with this whole idea of the same cafe, which stands for So All May Eat. Tell me, how is it that you came up with this, and what were you doing before you became restaurateurs?
Yeah, so we opened same in 2006, but before that I was an elementary school teacher and Brad was in computer science, and we were volunteering once a week, and we saw that the quality of food that was available to folks in need was pretty poor. We also saw that there were very few fresh, healthy fruits and vegetables available at the places that we were volunteering, and we really felt like there were barriers to healthy food that we could tackle for folks.
Excellent, excellent, and that's really exciting, but what does it mean, so all may eat?
We really feel that all good food should be available to everyone, regardless of their ability to pay. And so we offer organically sourced, locally sourced ingredients in all of the dishes that we make, and we don't have any set prices at all. So no matter if you have $0 in your pocket or hundreds of dollars in your pocket, you can still come in here, order off the menu, and get a good, healthy, fresh-made meal.
We use produce from the western slope, like ELA Farms, who's growing most of our fruit for the fall season.
And we're going to be using the apples from ELA's Family Farm today, right?
Awesome,
yes.
yes.
Okay. You know, one of the things I ask of my chefs is, would you be willing to take a challenge and blindfold yourself and spend a little bit of time preparing food from my perspective, in my world?
Sure.
You
Let's
don't
give it
mind?
a go. I don't mind.
Okay, all right. Well, I just happen to have a blindfold right here.
Oh, right now?
Yeah,
Okay.
right now. And before you put this on, tell us what you're going to create today.
So one of my favorite things to make is soup. And so today we're going to make an apple, bacon, and tomato soup.
Apple, bacon, and tomato?
Yeah.
Wow, I've never heard of that before. Is that your own invention?
It's one that I kind of invented. I love the sweetness of the apples mixed with the salty of the bacon. And it's just a nice hearty soup on a cold winter day.
Here is your blindfold.
All
Okay.
right.
And if you have an apron, you might
yes.
want to put that on.
Okay.
Here's an apron for you.
And I don't know if I have one.
I will grab you one.
Okay,
Yes.
awesome.
Good luck, I guess.
All right.
Mwah.
Thank you.
Oh, that's so great. Okay. Could you go over the ingredients that we are going to be working with today, and then let's get started.
Sure. So first and foremost, we have bacon.
Okay, my favorite food.
Yes.
I think it's its own food group,
It
right?
should be, absolutely.
Yeah.
So this is going to be the flavor base for the soup, is this slowly rendered bacon. We're going to chop this up into small pieces, put it on the pan, and cook it down. And then while it's cooking, we're going to add in some apples.
Okay, we got the apples here,
Apple,
right? Uh-huh.
Onions.
Okay.
And garlic.
Uh-huh.
And then we're going to add in some carrots, celery, and I'm a little off.
I think you're doing great.
Carrots, celery, and diced tomatoes.
Okay.
And then we have pinto beans and tomato sauce to
Oh,
add a little
great.
more body, and then
Okay.
vegetable stock just to give it the right amount of viscosity.
I'm going to do 2 handfuls,
Okay,
okay?
I'm stepping over to the left. We've got our
Up.
pot.
There we go.
Okay.
Woo.
Okay, I felt them on the spoon,
Okay.
so they're in. Nice job.
I hope so. Okay, there's a couple more I'm throwing in, little
Okay.
things,
Great.
and I hope they're in the pot.
If not, we'll find them later.
Yeah, they'll, yeah. Do you need me to bring anything else over?
Not yet.
Okay.
So right now we've got the apples and onions, and we're going to give those a few minutes along with the bacon so they all get happy and married
Yeah,
together.
I tell you, that does smell amazing. Should I be chopping the garlic?
Oh, we could do some, yeah, we definitely need to
I
get
could
some
do
garlic.
that. I
Okay.
want to get the garlic. Okay. I've got a few here.
You got a few? Okay.
Yeah, no. I haven't done it yet.
Okay.
I just got them off this little thing. Oh my God. I smashed it into smithereens. Maybe I don't need to be so harsh. And when did you get these garlics? The garlic?
So those came in this week.
From where?
So the garlic came in from Kiowa Farms.
Okay. Out in Kiowa.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. I see that I don't need to be so aggressive with the garlic.
Okay, now here we're
I
going
mean,
to
that really does smell so delicious. It is. So you're going to have to feel it with your spoon,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Trying to get centered here.
Uh-huh.
Harder than.
Maybe just scoop it with your spoon instead of sliding it like you would if you're sighted. So a lot of times, you know, when you can't see things, you just change a little bit of how you do it, what your process is. Like you're modifying things.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean it's any different, like the outcome, you know?
Okay, so we've got,
Oh, that's celery, carrots?
this is celery
Yeah, and carrots and tomatoes.
carrots. So let's do the celery and carrots first.
Okay, here you go. And then the pan right in front of you. And this flame is on, baby.
Flame is on?
Hear that?
Okay.
Yeah. I thought I heard it. Go
That
ahead.
feels like a pot to me.
Yep.
Going in the celery.
No, you're good. I'm just spreading it around a little
Okay.
bit. I
And
can't help
carrots.
myself.
They're in, reaching in
Okay,
here.
good.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready with the tomatoes when you're
Yeah, I
ready.
think,
Are
we
you
want
ready?
the tomatoes in
Yeah?
there, yeah.
Okay, can I throw them in now?
Yep.
All right.
I hear them.
Yep.
They're sizzling. Good,
There they go.
Good. Okay, so now we're going to do a lot of scraping. We want to try to get all that bacon flavor up off the bottom. Okay, good.
Oh, now you're going to put that into the soup?
Now this is going into the soup again, so we're
Okay.
going to try from those cast iron grates.
Right
Here,
on.
out of the way.
Give it a stir, huh? Right?
Yeah.
Don't we stir after every time?
Yep, gotta get those everything integrated together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got our soup pot here. Beans in one hand, tomato sauce in the other.
Oh. What was that? Slap it?
Slap it, grab it, do it.
Slap it, grab it, do it. Oh my gosh. Okay, so how long is this going to cook for?
So this needs to cook really, it's just simmering on the stove for another 20, 30 minutes. Here with the
I'm
pot.
standing back anyway.
Okay. All
Okay,
right.
okay, so we're gonna see. What do you think?
Let's see what we did here. Take my hot pads off.
Darn good.
Hey, it looks like soup.
Well, you know, the proof is in the pudding, and make sure that you have all the ingredients. What else were you supposed to put in there?
Some chives and some basil right at the end.
Oh, okay.
So we've got some fresh chives and basil.
It's
taste
like the
here.
new Bain de Soleil.
You up for a taste?
I am.
Okay,
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
there you go.
And then you taste it.
So it's just a little broth. We're
Okay.
gonna taste the
all
broth
right,
for flavor.
Okay. Taste that. Oh, that is yummy. That is
Just add
really
a little
yummy.
bit of the pepper.
Right. And you know what I would add? Because I like everything a little spicy.
Uh-huh.
And I'd be adding some crushed red pepper flakes.
Oh yeah.
I don't
There you
know.
go.
Just kick it up a notch or two. But that's me. But that is lovely. I love that.
There we go. So apple, bacon, tomato, soup
Uh-huh. With pinto beans
with
and
pinto
fresh
beans
chopped
and fresh
herbs.
herbs. Yep.
Chives and basil. Got garlic and all those yummy vegetables. Thank you so much for doing this for me, Brad. I really appreciate it.
That
I
was
had
a
so much
blast.
fun.
That was great.
Did you have fun?
I had fun.
All right.
Yeah. I would do that again.
You would?
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for guiding me through that. That was
Well,
great.
it was great fun, and I learned a new recipe that I'm going to share with my family and
Yes,
friends.
make this for everybody.
I will. I sure will. Thanks.
Yeah. Awkward cut. Awkward.
Let's go visit ELA Family Farms, located on the western slope of Colorado. They grow more than just apples, apples, apples. ELA Family Farms has been growing fruit for 4 generations, including cherries, pears, and a variety of other wonderful fruits like peaches. You can see Steve ELA often at the farmers markets from Denver, Fort Collins, and Boulder, Colorado. So is this a 5th generation?
4th generation.
4th generation farm.
Yep.
Okay.
So my great-granddad first planted some peaches in the Palisade area in 1907. And then my granddad had mostly pears, actually, and some apples, some peaches. That farm is the one I grew up on. But then as Grand Junction expanded, that's all subdivisions now. You know,
Right.
it became urbanized. And we bought this place in 1987, so we've been here 20 years, or 30 years now, get my math right.
Right.
You know, so I'm 4th generation, not all on the same farm, but in farming, in fruit. And my granddad actually in the 20s used to sell fruit in Denver. So he would drive a truck, you know, from Grand Junction to Denver. And so anytime I get grumpy about the drive now, it's like, you know, okay, I get to drive with a radio and air conditioning and, you know, and suspension. And, you know, and he was driving an old farm truck
Oh my goodness.
over roads that were, you know, mostly gravel. And it was before Vail Pass or the tunnels. So he would actually either have to go down through Gunnison over Monarch Pass and then Kenosha or up through Fairplay or up over Berthoud Pass and around State Bridge. So it was not a, you know, it wasn't a 4-hour drive.
Right.
But that's, you know, you do what you have to do to stay in the business, and that's one way we can get really fresh, really flavorful fruit to people.
And I know that people really, really love what you give them, and they look forward to seeing you at the farmers market. Well, you know, Steve, I can really see your passion and your love for the work that you do and how you're really feeding people in Colorado your best and your finest fruit, and that's really a pleasure. You know, I spent some time making a really interesting soup at a cafe called the Same Cafe. It's on East Colfax, and Same Cafe stands for So All May Eat. Right. And Brad is the chef there. He and his wife Libby own this cafe, and they get a lot of their fruit right here from you, and they look forward to it. What we made was apple and smoked bacon soup.
Yum.
I never even thought of that before, but it was great. And when they told me they got their fruit from you, I couldn't wait to come down and meet you personally and get a tour of your gorgeous, gorgeous farm.
Well, we're really glad to have you here. And it's fun because we want to show people we're real.
Right,
you know,
but I know you have something special, and that's your mom.
Yes.
Shirley.
That's
So I want to get her out here
Yep.
and show her off to everybody. She is just delightful.
She can give you the history. So sounds great. Well, let's invite her.
Okay. You are Shirley ELA. You're sitting next to your son, Steve ELA. And I was wondering if you could tell me, how did you get started in this? It was your father, I think, who started your farm?
My grandfather.
Oh, okay.
Actually, my grandfather came from Iowa to Mesa County, the Grand Valley, in 1904 or something. And my mother at that time was 5 years old.
Okay.
But they planted some fruit trees and did other things too, but he was really the first, and he had a packing shed, and his mother then in the fall used to come from Iowa, bring her cotton flour sacks, you know, and dry fruit, and then go back on the train with these sacks of dried fruit to get her through the winter.
Oh, wow.
And so, you know, I guess we've just been kind of a fruity family.
So you are of a hardy stock. So would you
Well,
like to tell me
actually-
how old you are?
I'm 93.
Wow.
Or, well, not quite.
I was gonna say, don't fib.
2 more days and I'll be 93.
Wow!
I don't
happy
like to rush these things.
Yeah, sure.
Remind Steve. My birthday's in 2 days.
2 days.
She worked that in nicely, didn't she?
Yeah, that was really
Thank
smooth.
you for asking.
So, Steve, in 2 days, your mom's going to be 93. That's extraordinary. Whose idea was it to do the kind of sophisticated drip irrigation to conserve water, soil preservation, and then the wind turbines and
When my dad was always one that was kind of on the leading edge of things, and actually we have a wonderful article showing how he was the first one to get a rotobeater to beat and plant cover crop, and instead of plowing and digging up the thing and mulching and using that to feed the soil. He was just always out there for ideas and stuff. But in those days, it was all furrow irrigation, and nobody had heard of the wind machines, and they used to smudge, and this was terrible. You'd wake up in the morning and everything was greasy and smudgy, and it helped.
Those were the oil heaters, or burning diesel or fuel oil to try and create heat in the orchards.
But things have progressed a long ways, and then about the time Steve was coming along too, and then I don't know what he's told you, but we got kind of squished out down there with subdivisions all around us and all.
You know, you see a lot of that in Denver.
Oh, yeah.
And in the Front Range, where some folks have 5 acres, 15 acres, and they have an urban farm, and they do have challenges from time to time.
And a lot of it, if you can sit down and talk to people and they understand what you're doing and you understand, but if you're busy from morning till night, you can't talk to every person too. So being honest and fair with people, and I think that quality has always been, and just thinking that fruit is special and treat it like a special thing. And Steve has brought us into the direct marketing, and all, and so now does all, there's no middleman. This was a big change too, going organic after we came here, but my dad always used as little as he could. I mean, he didn't like to use the heavy things, but can you believe, way back when I was little, we had a team of horses pulling a spray machine through the orchard. My dad and my uncle going along behind, spraying arsenate of lead.
Oh.
Like this, no protection.
Oh.
Then to pack that fruit in the packing shed, you had to first put it through a water that had sulfuric acid in it.
Oh my gosh.
To break the, get rid of that, and then you rinsed it, and then you did this, and then you packed it. So look how far we've come.
Right. Well, I really appreciate visiting with you here, Cheryl, and I think it's time for us to move into the shade.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Wow, Shirley ELA absolutely inspired me, and I know she did you too. Now, can I inspire Des Chaney to make a soup with apples? Let's give it a go. Thank you, Des, so much for being on the show here today.
Thanks for having me.
Oh gosh, I'm so excited to cook this yummy food with you.
I know.
So tell me, how old are you?
I'm 14.
Okay, and what grade are you in?
I'm in 9th grade.
All right, so do you like to cook,
I love to cook.
right? You like to eat?
I do.
Well, you know how I feel about food. I think it's the most important thing we do is cook food for our friends and family. And you'll remember earlier in this show, we spent some time visiting with Brad, who's a chef over at the same cafe on Colfax. And I thought that what he made was so delicious and yummy.
Yeah.
I wanted to sort of recreate it with you. And so what we're going to be making is bacon apple soup. Have
Sounds
you ever tried
delicious.
that?
I've never had it.
All right, so we're gonna do things pretty much the same. I like things a little spicy. How about you?
I do.
Okay,
Yes.
so I found a really beautiful jalapeno pepper, so we'll just add that. Okay, and let me go through some of the things that we have here that he had. So why don't you stand up? So what we have is some apple smoked bacon, but really any kind of bacon will work perfectly. And then we have our apples. and onion. Oh, no, that's a potato. Oh, yeah. So our potato, this is a gold Yukon potato. Again, great potatoes in Colorado. Most of them come from the San Luis Valley. Let's see. Okay, then over here, for flavor and depth of richness,
Yes.
we've got an onion. And I've already peeled some garlic. I thought 3 cloves. And you mentioned that you like things a little bit spicy, so
I do.
we've got some a wonderful jalapeno pepper here. And for sweetness, we like to put carrots.
I love carrots.
And then again, celery. Celery is really yummy.
It is.
And grows great here in Colorado. And then again, wow, smell
Smells
that.
delicious.
And then we have our tomatoes. And you can use fresh tomatoes or canned tomatoes, and these are crushed. Of course, they're organic. I'm gonna set those there for a minute. And then we have some salt. This is some sea salt. Yeah, exactly. What we're gonna do is saute the bacon first, okay? And then we're gonna use some of the remaining fat from the bacon to saute everything else and sort of soften it up, and then put them all together, combine it, and cook them.
How would you like the apples cut?
Just the way you want to eat
this?
them. The way
Alright.
you want to eat them. We will now move everything over. We've got the bacon over there, and then we will do all of the cooking over at the stove top.
There you go. Go ahead.
Put your bacon in there so it can drain. Good. Drain pretty evenly. Oh, it smells great. Good job, Des. Take a little splash of the fat, the bacon fat, and
There we go.
I'm going to just pour these in. Onion, garlic, celery. First,
Peppers.
yeah, and the peppers. Now, we want those to cook pretty well.
Yeah.
Set that aside for me. Now we just want to get these gold and soft and translucent, okay? And that's going to take a few minutes. So you can stir that up. And then, spread it around so that all the bits kind of evenly cook. It smells about time. So
Yeah.
confirm with me. Do you think it's time to add the tomato?
I think it is.
Okay,
Yeah. This is delicious.
it does. It smells so delicious. Get it all in. And we'll keep that aside in case we need more liquid. Okay, stir that up. Good. Okay, you ready to put this in?
I am.
Okay. Go ahead. I'll hold this.
Probably
You can
just
use your
my
hands. Yeah, sure.
That'll get mixed all in. There we go. There we go.
Great. That's perfect. Yeah.
Ah.
So now we're going to put it on low and cover it. And we'll come back in 30 minutes and see what we got.
Nice.
All right. Okay, I'm going to put the herbs in while you set the spoon aside just a minute, and then you can sort of fold those in. You know, just like when you make a cake, right?
Yeah.
Fold that in. Ooh, and tell me what you smell. That's
Oh,
nice,
that smells
huh?
really good.
Yeah, you get that really nice aroma.
You can really smell the tomatoes too.
Okay, are you ready for the bacon?
I am.
Okay, this is the star. All right. We'll come back in 10 minutes and see how it is.
Okay.
And you'll take the official taste test and we'll see.
All right.
All right, go ahead and cover that up. Good job.
Nice.
Des, are you ready to taste the fruits of our labor?
I am.
And literally fruit, because we did put apples
Yes.
in our soup. I mean, I never thought about putting apples in my soup. But
I've
why
not.
don't you go ahead and bring the pot over, and then we'll plate it up.
Still boiling.
So don't forget, when you take the lid off, keep the lid facing your face so that you don't get the steam in your face. And some people can burn themselves pretty bad like that.
Yeah.
Right?
Wow. Ooh, that smells delicious.
And go ahead and scoop it up.
Ooh.
I'll put this right there. And this is a really great soup for the fall, too.
It is.
Is this something you might make for your family and friends?
I will.
You will?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see how we like it, okay?
Oh.
It is a little bit hot, so let's see. Hey, I like that. What about the spiciness, huh?
That's good.
You like it? All right. Well, Des, thank you so much for helping me make a wonderful smoked apple bacon soup today. It was
Thanks
a
for
lot of
having me.
fun.
Oh.
Right on. And will you join me again sometime?
I will.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Know where your food comes from. Don't get caught cooking in the dark. Thank you so much for spending time with us today. This program was brought to you by the generous support of Virtual Vanguard Productions. If you'd like more information about cooking in the dark, visit us at cookinginthedark.today or visit us at rockymountainpbs.org.